So this would have been a coffee talk, but I already drank that before I ran my errands. And I just wanted to know, have you ever felt like you were totally in the right place at the right time to either collect or pass on some good karma? Just like meant to be, right? So today, have my grocery list, just a couple of things on it, and I wanted to go and get a couple cheapy new instant dry nail polishes so I can do my little toes and all that good stuff. And I also needed some everyday mascara. Super important to make sure you have fresh, clean mascara, right? Well, I don't know if you noticed, but today's a makeup-free day for me. I try and let her breathe, do all the good skin prep and all of that. So I'm just kind of looking like, fat mom, right? Not going out to impress anyone, anything like that. So anyway, I'm standing there in the makeup area, kind of looking at my mascara options, trying to find the one that I knew I had at home, but couldn't remember exactly what it looked like. Anyways, I'm standing there and I see this elderly woman kind of muttering to herself, and reminded me a lot of my beautiful grandma. And as I could see she was needing something. Like, she was not confused, but she was looking for something. And as I got a little bit closer, she was kind of going one way, I was going the other. We kind of met together, and she just immediately started talking to me as though I had spoken to her. And she was just like, my sister is in the hospital and she needs blush, and she's saying something about a cream. And I said, well, I'm sorry. Can I maybe help you find something? She goes, well, she said she likes the one that I have, CoverGirl, but she wants, something about a cream. And I said, well, CoverGirl's down here. So we go down to the other end of the aisle, and she was like, yeah, and she kind of points to the regular old school powdered flat blushes. And I was like, she goes, it's not these. She wants something with a cream. And I said, okay. I said, well, here, I think I know what you're talking about. And I immediately was thinking like the liquid, you kind of pat on, dab, dab, dab. And I found her a couple different options. One, in two different brands. One's like a crayon stick that you can then blend, and one has the little, dab on with the wand and then go on. She was immediately telling me, my sister's in the hospital. Again, she's expanding. She's got cancer. My car is in the shop. I have a rental right now. She just kind of did this little mini unload, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Here, just, let me at least help you with this. Ended up finding her what she gave, she chose between a couple of the options, and she was really grateful, and you could tell because she was flustered. She was like, I have to get back out to the car. My husband's out there waiting. And she just kind of, thank you, and then kind of, walked away. And I kind of, giggled inwardly a little bit, just going, oh my gosh, I'm just, when I'm her age, if I am at in one of those moments, I just hope that there's someone that helps me like that, because I'm not a makeup professional by any means, but when you're standing in line, and I was not even at one of the big stores, I was literally at Meijer. So, I've got drugstore stuff, and I was overwhelmed with all of the choices just in mascara, just trying to find me a black, brown, waterproof, everyday, whatever. And this, sweet lady was looking for something very specific for, her sister, and in a specific color, because the one that she had in her hand, she was explaining, she's lost all her color, and, she wants something pink or rose, and she's holding up something very corally orange tone. I was like, ooh. Didn't say that to her, but I, gently kind of guided her to something with, a more traditional pinky, very soft color tone. Because again, I'm thinking in my mind, she's trying to feel her prettiest in, what may be some of her final photos. And you just want to make sure that, she's as pretty as she can be, and to have, her family members also, not go, oh, wrong color. However, I'm kind of giggling to myself and just kind of going over all of that. Grab my mascara, go to the next aisle to grab my, nail stuff. And in the meantime, while I was helping this elderly lady, I had noticed there was a woman kind of had a Middle Eastern look to her, and she was also kind of, perusing products and all of that. As I go to the nail aisle, I noticed that she's like half a step behind me, and in broken English, she kind of starts a conversation going, oh my gosh, everything is so expensive these days. I absolutely, I said, oh, 100%, it's amazing, that cheap nail polish now is, it's on sale for $5 when it used to be like going rate $3 a bottle, right? It's on sale for $5. And I was like, oh my gosh. And, in today's prices, you have to take advantage of these, these sales and stuff. And she's holding 3 eyeliners. And so that was kind of her icebreaker. And she was like, do you know the difference between black noir and black pearl? I have these 3 options and it's buy one, get one 50% off. And I said, well, pearl is going to have some kind of shimmer or glitter or something with it. So it's more of a fancier, evening, night out, you want a little something, it's going to look a little bit more, just a little more jazzy, a little more, dressy. And I said, your traditional black, the noir, is going to be your, everyday go-to, kind of, you can wear it alone, wear it with eyeshadow, blend it a little bit, it'll be your everyday go-to. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. And, I really appreciate that. I didn't know that. And she, kind of goes off and does her thing. And I literally just kind of laughed at myself going, I look the furthest thing from a makeup expert. And within 30 seconds of being in that aisle, I was approached not once, but then twice for makeup advice. I am baffled and flattered, but I left there just thinking, I hope that I took one mental thing off of each of these women's plates today. One thing. If there is anything that I can do to take away from my day, or to take away as a good thing for my day, is I just, I hope that helped. I hope it took one thing off of their mental lists, that they felt in that moment relieved to have not had to be the only one to make a decision, not knowing exactly what they were looking for. I just, it's just funny how never in a million years would I have thought I'd be giving makeup advice in the aisle at Meijer before I started my grocery shopping. But here we are. It's Monday, and I kind of feel like, that was a really great karmic moment, and they needed something, and I happened to just be there ready and willing to give my 2 cents. And I mean, yeah, it felt good, but I hope that they felt good and felt a little bit better. So yeah, it just kind of was one of those things where, like, do you ever feel like you're just in the right place at the right time to help someone totally randomly? And it just, it was just kind of one of those little pick-me-ups, and, just made me really appreciate my little bit of knowledge on, this stuff. And, I'm glad that neither one of them felt that they couldn't approach me to ask, woman to woman, like, hey, what do you think? Can you give me a tip? Because that's kind of what we're all here for, right? I hope, or that's what I'm hoping for. And ironically, the biggest thing is this month and this week specifically, I have different goals and stuff listed, and I'm all about manifesting, and I am manifesting connection and connectivity and community, because I work from home and I feel very isolated. I'm working on verbalizing how I feel, why I feel stressed and depressed and not good. And it's because I'm by myself, alone, unappreciated in my house for all the things that I do to try and make our household run smoothly. And yet I relish my trips outside of the house to go get groceries, because that's when I actually get to connect with other people. Yeah, I mean, I'm stressed doing it because it's like a chore and all of that stuff, but at the same time, it's really one of my only opportunities to get out and about, aside from my Zoom calls with my work employees all over the country. You know, I don't really, I mean, yes, my kid, my high schooler is still in sports and all of that stuff, so with team traveling and that's kind of a year-round thing. So yeah, you know, there's that kind of forced interactions or whatever, if you will, with other people. But like, to do something and get out and just randomly, you know, hey, smile at people, you know, kind of just have that chance encounter, sort of like you're where you're meant to be sort of moments. So yeah, like that was just signs that like, here's your community, here is your connection, here's your connectivity for the day. And you know, I helped people and I feel good because I connected with other people and hopefully sent them on their way feeling a little bit better. So yeah, just wanted to know, like, you ever feel like you're in the right place at the right time for kind of a karmic moment? I don't know.